Yeah. Back to back cast, and it doesn't want to cast properly. You guys, frustrating when it just wants to wrap around your bobber, not fish properly. There we go. That time it didn't wrap around the float. It's been one of those days. I should have made a move. I should have went to Ochco or Primeville or something. But I've had my bites today. I just missed them. Is all. That's the frustration sometimes of fishing. Tried several different baits, several different styles of fishing, and just yeah. I mean, Albie, what's going on? Just one of those kinds of days, you guys. I just figured, well, might as well finish out the day live streaming, anyways. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Worst thing that I can do is I can continue to do as horribly as I've been doing, you guys. That's one thing about it, though, is I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, and I'm not gonna try to hide a day that I get skunked from people. Tom, what's going on? If I not catching fish, I'm sharing that with you guys. If I'm catching fish, I'm sharing that with you guys in YouTube land. What do you mean by any batteries on your second live stream? Oh yeah, my cord for the other my other cord for whatever reason the end that plugs into the charger or the phone just for whatever is not it's just not working. So I had to go get a different charger from the truck. So I got another charger. So I got battery for the second live stream day. So it works out. Well, the day's not over yet. I mean, I might still catch a fish, but the thing was I wanted to do a live stream. I even bought all the things I needed to do a catch and cook today, and I was so confident that I was going to catch a fish, and I just flat out have not had the. I've just not landed anything, you know. David. Yep, and that's why I share this stuff with you guys. It's because I want to be legit with you guys. I don't want to hide nothing from you guys. I don't want you guys to think that I'm going out there and just slaying everything. You know, I want you guys to see what really happens in my day. That's why I put out a skunk video when I do put out videos without no fish, and that's why when I'm live streaming and I'm not catching fish, I still live stream. I mean, these days like today, I feel like if I could cast 50,000 times in a day, right now, I could throw one rod out there and just let it sit there, and I could be casting 50 million times and still be able to catch fish. But oh no, it's not. It's not been that great. Day catching. My bad. I read battery, not better. My bad. See, even I have brain farts from time to time, you guys. So I have had the bites. I just for whatever reason have not been able to to land anything today so far. And today's still young, so we still got another 4 hours worth of fishing to do. 3.5, 4 hours to fish. Anything can happen. I don't know if we'll live stream for quite that long, but you want me to cook a skunk there, David? I can do that. I just gotta find one first. I can cook a skunk. I don't mind. uh, David's like, please no, don't cook. Trust me, I'll cook a skunk. Uh, yeah, let's go. Skunk, skunk, skunk. Oh shoot, I was, and I thought about moving over to the other reservoir where it'd been catching a lot of fish and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? My intent was to catch and cook a fish here and do a live stream. It would probably be a catch and release. Shoot. Oh, that's too much, y'all. Too much, y'all. Oh, shoot. That is just too much. Don't want to see himself in a skillet. Oh, shoot. Yep. I don't want to be in a skillet, that's for sure. Yeah, that was my intent today. I went to a store before I came here, and I bought $25 worth of groceries so that I could do a catch and cook. And so far, I've landed a big old goose egg, and I didn't buy nothing to cook. I only bought ingredients to cook with because I was so confident that I was going to at least catch a couple fish. And today's still young. I mean, it's just gotta. I just gotta find a fish that wants to cooperate with me. Preferably, I think if I got a nice 15-inch trout, one would be enough for me. But if I get one, then I probably need two of them. So I even brought my fish basket to keep them alive until I was ready to clean them. I got the cook stove. I got the frying pan. I got my ingredients. Well, I forgot one ingredient at home, and I wasn't gonna buy a whole carton of those for when I only needed one. So yeah, you always have a better chance when you got more rods in the water. That's for sure. I mean, these folks down the way, man, they caught like, I don't know, 4 fish today. I mean, I've had the bites, I just wasn't able to deliver, you guys. So it is what it is. I'm gonna try and get a fish here yet. I'm gonna still try and do this catch and cook, and I'd like to do it on a live stream and also make a video off the chesty for you guys. For those who aren't watching a live stream, you know. So anything's possible though. Still got time. Still got time. I've used several different baits, and the only thing I haven't done was 50,000 casts because I can't do it right now. So, and that would be using the lures. Yeah, I tried marshmallows this morning. Um, I mean, I tried all the bait I got, all from baits I got. The only thing I didn't try is the Posky fireworm. That's the only thing I haven't tried. And I might try that yet, but who knows? Who knows? That first bite of the morning I had hooked, it just could not get it landed. I got a worm underneath the float out there. I got dough bait on the bottom. Well, technically the dough bait floats up off the bottom, so it's not technically on the bottom. So I love casting a rod back and forth like that. I'll cast 50,000 casts in a day because I know it gives me more of a chance of catching a fish because I'm covering more water. You know, so me foos ma foos. However you say that. Glad you could join us. Um, just it's just how it is. It'd be nice to get a nice 15 to 18-inch trout. That way, all I need is one trout for a catch and cook. I was expecting other people to show up, but they never showed up today. So I was like, all right, well, get the groceries and we'll catch some fish and we'll. Good night. All right, good night. Your paint from Mumbai. Mumbai. I think that's how you say that. Glad you could join us, though. Um, wow, we're down to one watcher. Just that quick. Shahura and salmon, too. I know what a salmon is. I don't know what a shahura is. But I know what a salmon is. I've caught plenty of salmon in my days. Yes, I know it's you, wife. maybe I do need a firecracker and toss it in there. Maybe. Yeah, see what fish floats. See what float. Yeah, see what fish floats. Yeah, floats up. Yeah. The wind finally died down after blowing like crazy most of the day. But it ain't been that cold. It hasn't been too bad. When I was a kid, I tried using fireworks to catch fish. It didn't work out too well. Didn't work out too well. I did see one fish jump way out there today. I mean, it was way out there. Seen one kayaker out here, one tiny boat, one giant boat. 26 degrees there. Wow. This morning it was 14. Wow. Whee. Sounds kind of cold. It was chilly this morning, but it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad at all. I got sunshine on a cloudy day when the fish aren't biting. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to break your eardrums. Yeah, it did. It did. There was two of them talking over there, being loud. They finally was like, "Shh, I'm trying to sleep, Edna." Oh, Bob, leave me alone. I want to be noisy. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just yeah. One of them days. But I've been here this long, so I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay here the rest of the day, and hopefully, hopefully the day's going to turn around this evening bite. I mean, we're almost out of the prime time of the day, which is at 10 to 2. But you never know, that evening bite can be pretty good at times, even when it's cold out. Oh no, David, don't sing if your dog's going to get mad at you. Don't sing, David. Going to get mad at you. Yeah, you probably do. I mean, we're in prime Bigfoot country, y'all. Look at all that prime Bigfoot real estate over there. And behind me, he could be anywheres. Sir, yes, sir. Seems like a lot of people are starting to show up to the reservoir now. Yeah, when I first got here and had all those bites early, I thought for sure it was gonna. It's the lake. It's the reservoir. It's Ochako Reservoir in outside of Prineville, Oregon. Oh, after the bite started out pretty good this morning, I thought for sure I was gonna get a nice limit of. Thought for sure I was gonna get a decent bite today and have a decent catch and cook, and then I kept missing them, and thought, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. That's all right. All the groceries you can keep until I do catch some fish, I guess, because I didn't get anything that would perish. What's your guys' favorite way to eat fish? Is it fried? Is it canned? Is it baked? Is it smoked? Is it, you know, here's a not so serious question for you guys, but I gotta ask you this anyways. Okay. So when you smoke fish, how do you keep it lit uh in that joint paper if it's wet? How do you guys keep it wet? How do you keep it lit? All you guys who smoke fish, you got to roll it in that blunt paper or zigzag paper, put it in your mouth and light it. How do you keep it lit to smoke it? Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm just having fun. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I like mine fried, baked, grilled. Um, Soup, fish head soup is really good. If you've ever had fish head soup, that is truly a delectable little morsel. A lot of people think that the head is overrated or underrated or whatever you want to call it. But if you know how to make a good fish head soup, it's well worth it. Especially those heads that get soft enough to where you can eat them. Like the crappie, the bluegill, and the bass. And then the trout heads make some really good soup too. Yep, it's a jet plane. When Thursday, man, I had a really good day of fishing on Thursday, but today it's just been a big old struggle. And there's nothing wrong with the struggle, it's real. Good, I'm glad, I'm glad. Carp has such a bad reputation, but they're not a bad eating fish. They're really quite tasty. You just gotta be careful of all the bones. Really a decent eating fish. They can also be hard to flay because of the bones and the big old scales they got on them. For sure. Seasoned with seasoned salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. Oh yeah. With slices of bell pepper, red, green, and yellow. Nice. Well, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good way to cook a fish right there. Good way to cook a fish right there. You put that combination on just about any fish and it's going to taste good. For sure. So who you guys got winning the Super Bowl this year? For those of you who watch the NFL. I know, right? I know Ochiko's. This has been an odd year so far. I mean, I've caught fish here, but it's like I've struck out 3 times this year, and not that I didn't have bites. I did. I just didn't. The Bears aren't playing in the Super Bowl though. How can the Bears be winning the Super Bowl if they're not in it? It's the Seahawks and the Patriots. I know. I wish I did get better reception at the place I usually like to go, where I've been catching those trout at. But unfortunately, it's not always the best for reception. That's who you're counting on, LO. I was counting on the Chiefs to have another stellar season, but they didn't. They kind of flopped on their face. Yeah, I would. I hope so. I hope Seattle wins. To me, it's not a big deal if they don't, but I kind of would like to see them win. My wife says the Super Bowl is about one thing and one thing is only. That's eating food. She could care less about who wins unless the Green Bay Packers are in there. Then she's like, "Go Green Bay," and she beat me over the head because they're not winning. I'm like, "Don't kill me, wife. Don't kill me. It's not my fault." Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes that's the case with when you're hunting and fishing and stuff. Yeah, my phone works. I mean, I can do a lot of things on my phone at Primeville, but YouTube is just one of those things I can't really do over there. For some reason, um, YouTube just doesn't work out too well over there, which don't make no sense. Like at the state park, it does pretty good, but the spot where I like to go, that's what I don't tell people about. Um, I just don't like to work. Of course, you guys probably know the spot if you've seen it because I do a lot of crappie videos from that exact location too. It's just this year I've been doing more trout fishing there. After I hooked the giant trout there during when I was crappie fishing and lost it. So I thought, well, if they're there when the crappies are there, they're there when the crappies aren't there. So there we go. I started fishing there for trout. And so far this year, it's worked out pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know if the wife's right because if the Chiefs are playing, I'm all about the win. If anybody's playing, I'm all about food's good. I've seen a few people go fishing in the spot way down there by the dam that we're not supposed to be fishing at today. And I'm like, why? 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 That's all I can say about that. And yet we're not supposed to be fishing there, but yet people are still fishing there. Kind of a bummer, really, because it really worked out greatly for fishing. Not so much anymore. Hopefully they don't get ticketed. I doubt they will. It's like I've said before, most of the game wardens or most of the sheriffs I've ran into out here didn't even care. Just one of them was like, you can't be back there. And I'm like, okay, well, I got my warning, so I better not go back there. So I don't go back there. I just chill in other spots. You're not gonna watch the halftime, huh? I don't even know who's doing the halftime. I really don't care who's doing the halftime, I guess. Really, the only thing I care about, I don't even care about the commercials during the Super Bowl. All I really care about is the game itself, I guess, and the food. This year more so than other years. The food. Boy, I'm about ready to change dough baits again. Try a different flavor. I mean, I've only got 3 flavors of dough bait, but 2 of the 3 got bit. One of them didn't. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, other people want to press their luck and cross those boundaries. They can. Me, I enjoy myself too much. Oh. All right, you guys, dough bait going back out. We're using some corn power bait. Let's see. Let's get caught back up here. Hey, only have a second. Wanted to say hi. What's going on, Fishing with Papa? You'll be live tomorrow. All right. I'll be checking you out then. I saw that, Papa. Yeah. We'll be checking you out on your live stream, bro. Heck yeah. Yeah, they haven't been. Yeah, Budweiser frog. I remember though, but what Budweiser frog for sure, for sure. 3 hours behind me. Let's see. Okay, it's 3:35 p.m. here. So, what time is it? We don't understand military time there, bud. 14:36. I don't understand military time. 2:30. Okay. Yeah, you guys have fun. Glad you guys caught something. I've got some big old goose egg today. I've had 5 bites. What's that? There you go. I've had 5 bites and haven't landed nothing. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it drives me crazy if I ain't got a fish within the first week of the new year, or at least try to get a fish the first week of the new year. I'm always the guy that wants to get out there and go catch them. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I'll be going crazy too if I ain't caught a fish by now. Crazy thing is I've caught probably close to 100 fish already this year, I think. I'm not trying to brag or anything. I spend time fishing, and that's why I've got so many so far this year. Yep, I hear you on that. That's all we can do is try, and try some more until we get something. No, I didn't ask them what they were using. I didn't think about asking that. All right, Fishing with Papa. Have a good one. Be safe. Glad you can stop in and say hi. I'm looking forward to fishing with David at some point this year. For sure, for sure. It's very fishy. It's very fishy, but for whatever reason, today has not been my day. Today has not been my day. Kind of whirly, swirly wind right now. Wind line's going one way and another way. Not in the same direction. Got you on that, David. Well, get her done. Get her done. And let's start figuring out a day we can get out there and go fishing. That'd be so cool to fish with you, man. You've been an old school subscriber for a while. So it'd be cool to get to fish with you. Yep, weather changing everything. Oh yeah. I want to get out and do at least one salmon trip this year for you guys. I'm really not a fan of salmon fishing anymore. Um, rules and regulations and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. That's all I think. All I hear when I read salmon regulations and hear people talking about it because of the this and that and everything in between, you know? It's blah, 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 blah. Sounds like Primeville was fired today because a guy I know, he went and caught a couple nice ones out there at Primeville today. But I thought for sure today I was going to turn my luck around out here and finally land a fish or two. But it just didn't happen. PDX? Nah. We're in Central Oregon. Ochiko Reservoir here, Primeville Reservoir. Or not Primeville Reservoir, but outside of Primeville here at Ochiko Reservoir. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to get a couple of trips planned for Portland this year. Because I haven't done an area. We're using power bait, and we're using worms and power eggs and fire eggs and float worm underneath the float, uh, power bait floating up off the bottom. It could be the short leader why I'm not getting as many bites as I feel like I should, but I've never had any problems with the 2.5, almost 3 foot long leader getting bites out here at out here at Ochiko Reservoir. But today's just been one of those days, I guess. So far, a big old goose egg, a big old 0. I've had like 5 bites and no fish landed. So, yeah. Today was supposed to be my redemption day for Ochiko Reservoir. I thought for sure I was going to have a redemption day because the last couple of trips it's been kicking my backside. Blue Wolf, what's going on? Bupkis? What the heck's a bupkis? Yeah, it could be the weather change. Could be, for sure. You just never know. Some days it is the weather, sometimes it's not. At least you got a couple today, Blue. Even if I'm not getting any. You're carrying the weight of both of us. Gotcha. At least you're carrying us strong by catching a couple fish, man. I'm gonna get them though. I'm gonna get them. Thing is though, is if the fish hit too late, I'm gonna just wait until I get home to think about cooking fish. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing on the power bait one. I'm doing a power bait and power eggs at the same time. I know it usually is a killer for sure, and that's why I'm just like, why ain't I getting the bites I normally get, you know, or at least hooking up? Because the last 2 or 3 trips out here, I've had the bites, but I haven't had to land. I haven't been landing them. But part of it also is I don't want them swallowing the hook if I'm going to release them. Today, my goal was to catch them, kill them, and eat them. And so far, I haven't killed nothing. I haven't caught nothing, and I haven't eaten a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing, y'all. Oh, my bad. I just got to have a little fun. I was so confident about my fish basket to put my fish in until I was ready to start cleaning them to prepare them for my catch and cook today. And my poor basket sitting there just lonely. Just lonely. Look at the sad little basket right there. It's going, I'm so lonely. I have no fish to call my own. Sorry if I'm breaking your eardrums, but that's just how I am. Unfortunately, I can't carry a tuna bucket, but that's okay. I'm having fun. Yep, I was so confident. I even went to the store and got my groceries for this trip. That's how confident I was today. Oh, there's a bite. Is it? Is it? Is it? Maybe it's just the wind blowing the line. Got me excited. It looked like the line took off and jumped. It did jump. Oh, it's because of the wind. Never mind. It's not a bite. It's just the wind. Darn it. I got excited over the wind. Then the next thing you know, my pole goes flying in the water like Alex did on Thursday. Whew, that was crazy. Yeah, that's true. That's probably what it was. Step Potsky, is that how you say that? What's going on? You just seen one jump over yonder? Where you at? Yep, they knew I wasn't going to catch, kiss, and release them today. So they're like, yeah, G-Man ain't catching us today. What's going on, Alex? You got a tournament today? How'd you do? How did you do? I want to know. You done good? All right, all right. Last two tournaments I was in, I only caught one fish in the last two tournaments I was in. And yeah, we'll just leave it that way. There's a fish jumping over yonder. Where at over yonder? So I can go catch it. Yeah, two tournaments last week. Cool, cool. Tournaments are fun as long as you don't take it overly serious, you know. Because if you take it too seriously, then it gets to be more of a hassle than a joy. Because fishing is supposed to be fun, um, not I don't know what they call it. See, and that's why I do YouTube, because then I don't have all the stresses of having to try and catch fish to make a living. And I understand you do it a different way. You do it for school, stuff like that, trying to probably get a scholarship and become, you know, trying to do that stuff. I understand that, but like I've fished a couple tournaments and I haven't done well in any of them. The thing is, okay, the last tournament I was in, I caught one fish, okay, during the tournament. No biggie. Really nice big trout, about a 3 pound trout, but it didn't even measure. It didn't even freaking, it wasn't even a contender. Okay. And then the trout before, or the tournament I did before that, I fished the tournament, no bites, no nothing throughout the whole tournament. After the tournament, I catch 3 big uns after the tournament. Because I kept fishing after the tournament. It's like, eh. Now I am trying to get more into the bass tournaments off the kayak because I just think it'd be fun. But the last time I seen an entry fee and dues and stuff for the tournament, this is a tournament I was thinking about entering this year, was over $270 to enter. And I'm like, what the? So now I'm questioning if I'm even going to enter that tournament, because that's a bass tournament. The last 2 tournaments I was in, they were trout tournaments. They weren't bass tournaments. So, but in the 15 inches of ice, nice. Anywho, and the tournament that cost over $270 is you qualify for the kayak Bassmasters Classic if you place I think it's top 3 for that tournament. And I'm thinking, boy, what a day it would be. Boy, what a day it would be to place in that tournament top 3 and get to go travel someplace in the United States and compete against all those really good kayak tournament anglers. Like, what the? They were in a fish right there. Literally right there. You see those ripples? What the? Man, is this not like poking fun at me or what? These fish are just not being nice today. Just poking fun at me. Anywho, it would just be kind of cool to see if I could qualify for the kayak Bassmasters. I mean, that's kind of gotten to be a big thing over the last few years, and would be something to do. But I'm not that serious of a bass angler, even though I know what I'm doing. I know how to catch the big ones, and I know how to catch the small ones. So, I must. My hands have got to heal up in order for me to do something like that. Everything as of right now goes back to my hands and healing up and getting better and being able to do the 5,000 casts I'm going to have to do to even compete in a tournament like that. And realistically, if I was going to compete in a tournament like that, I would need to start fishing as many bass lakes as possible, rivers and whatever, ever, to prepare myself for that. If it was a legitimate thing, if it was legitimately something I could do. Because I've been a member of the OKBFW and the kayak bass fishing Northwest for a couple years now. I just have never gotten into a tournament, which is my fault. I I just I'm more of a multi-species angler, and I want to spend my time catching fish, not chasing one specific species. Well, technically, it's 2 specific species because we have both largemouth and smallmouth in Oregon. So, Out casting for bass in a tournament. That would be something to at least give it a go, at least once. You don't think you could do? Yeah. I mean, realistically, growing up in a state like I did, Missouri, I thought for sure I'd be fishing bass tournaments, and then I moved out here to the Pacific Northwest and didn't really do a lot of bass fishing and didn't know of any real tournaments around here. And then all of a sudden, kayak fishing blows up, and the tournaments are out here in my neck of the woods. And I'm like, you know what? That could be a realistic thing of being able to fish for tournaments. Of course, I won't have all the fancy live scopes and graphs and everything else these serious anglers have. I just feel like I don't want to sound arrogant in this at all, you guys. I've been fishing my whole life. I know fish forwards, backwards, up, down, in between. I feel like a person who knows how to fish can go out to a body of water, figure these fish out, and compete with most people in a kayak with the graphs and the motors and everything else they've got on them. Does it make it harder? Yes, it does. But knowledge is knowledge, and if you know how to catch fish and you put it to the test of what you know, I feel like you can compete. You may not be winning, but I feel like you can compete for sure. I don't want to sound arrogant because that's not what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to say that when you know how to fish and you've dedicated your life and your skill set to catching fish, whether it be trout or bass or catfish or and each application is different. But I've spent those years fishing for bass before I ever started finding out anything about a trout or steelhead or a sturgeon. But yeah, I still use a lot of the same techniques that I used growing up for bass today. Even in a state that really wasn't that well known for being a bass state. I just feel like that knowledge goes a long way. Now, realistically, could I compete with them? I don't know. That would be something that I would want to find out. But without the graphs, without the motors, so I can travel 3,000 hours faster than everybody else, I want to know if my knowledge in my head is enough for me to compete. It may not be. There's like chatterbaits. I've only ever caught one bass off of a chatterbait. But I don't throw a chatterbait a whole lot. But I've thrown underspins, I've thrown plastic worms, I've thrown tube baits, I've thrown, knowledge, I think, can carry you a long way. Even if you don't have 10 grand to throw at a kayak, like some of those kayaks are. Look, the first time I went ice fishing on this reservoir, I had no clue what I was doing. I'd never been ice fishing before, but I had an idea of how to catch a fish and what to do. So I took my general knowledge of fishing without the ice, went out there, drilled holes with my buddy Alex, put those ideas into plan, and still caught 8 fish that day. Now, maybe I didn't catch as many fish as I should have if I would have known a little more. But I caught 1 fish that day, the first day. And then we caught 5 fish the second time we went ice fishing. So, it was a progression of learning. So as we fished a little more, we got a little more knowledge and we started catching more fish. So I feel like knowledge is a big part of the battle. Yeah, taking them too serious. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's true. That's true. John Day River season open coming up. Yep, for sure, for sure. Paul, what's going on, man? Yep, the love of the outdoors for sure, for sure. So I mean, maybe I can't compete with them. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. But one of these years, I just want to get out there and fish those tournaments with and just have a fun time. Try to see if the knowledge that I know is going to help me to win a tournament against guys that's got all this fancy stuff. And granted, these guys have to have a lot of knowledge themselves, even with the graphs and even with the motors and everything else on their kayaks. They have to have the knowledge, or else they're not going to catch fish. I just think that the being able to drive faster in the water get you more spots to fish. You know, and I feel like the graphs definitely can help you catch fish because you might overlook spots that you wouldn't think has fish just by the open eye, to where them graphs can show you what's down there really, or if there's even fish there. Anywho, that's just my little spew on trying to get into a kayak tournament. Knowledge on how to catch fish. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me spew on you guys of what my thoughts are. Sorry if I get a little too carried away. Nobody's going to have to save these fish from the G-Man today, because the G-Man can't seem to catch a cold. uh, what a beautiful day to be alive, y'all. What a beautiful day to be alive. See, even an experienced fisherman like me has a day like this to where you don't catch a fish. You think you're doing everything right, you get the bites, and then you miss them. You swing away and you miss them. Yeah, they are spending big money for sure. What? Well, who's winning the Super Bowl? I already know. One said the Seahawks. What about the rest of you guys? Who's winning the Super Bowl? David, you're a Pacific Northwest guy. Is the Seahawks going to win the Super Bowl or what? What do you think, Paul? Do you think the Patriots are going to win it, or the Seahawks. Cast it closer to the bank there, David. Sarah, Sarah's using speakers, huh? I think I'll relocate one of the baits over that way. I guess I'll relocate the dough bait over that way. I think, and I'll bring the worm and bobber closer in too. I guess. All right, we're fishing a lot closer. A lot closer. See what happens. And then we'll toss this over closer to where the fish jumped. Which, with our last cast, that's what we did anyways. Not intentionally, because we didn't know the fish were going to jump there, but we did throw it more over that direction. I got a stick. Well, I did have a Gordy stick, fish stick there for a second. I gored on. All right. All right. We're closer to where the fish jumped at. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I hear you. I don't have anybody in the fight either. Yeah, the Bears, it's been a minute since they've been in the Super Bowl, that's for sure. You don't watch football anymore? Yeah, I don't blame you, David. They're a bunch of overpaid babies. I don't blame you at all. Yeah, I like the Purple People Eater. For a matter of fact, the Chiefs beat the Purple People Eaters in Super Bowl 4, which I'm not gonna be like, yay, super great, but I really like the Purple People Eaters. But the thing is I wasn't even alive when the Purple People Eaters were in the fight, but I remember hearing about them a lot though. Yep, millionaires working for billionaires. Yep. It's like I always say, these athletes today are they're uh, they're a bunch of overpaid babies anymore. I mean, they just they don't. Football's not like what it used to be. You know, it's just not the same. What? What? You're not allowed to go for the Patriots, woman. If you guys don't know, Ikenia is my wife, and she's rooting for the Patriots, and I'm like, no, you're not allowed to root for them. Of course, I'm only joking. She can root for whoever she wants. I just I just like to raise a little cane with her because she is my wife. Yeah, I mean, public zone official, huh? Hello, how you doing? I mean, you look at the Vikings; they've had a lot of really good teams over the years, but for whatever reason, just could never get over the hump. I mean, you look at when they had Dante Culpepper, and then they had I wouldn't even say that Kirk Cousins was a viable option except for 1 year. He only had that one really spectacular year in Minnesota. Even though the thing about Kirk Cousins, the reason why people liked him is because of the consistency. He was guaranteed to give you a solid seed. He was guaranteed to give you a chance, but just could never get above the get above average. You know, in my opinion. Yeah, they did have a lot more integrity and loyalty. They didn't leave a team just to go chase the Super Bowl. They would stay with the team because that's the team they wanted to play for. It wasn't about money, and it wasn't about chasing rings with other teams. They would go to a team. A lot of them would spend a whole life, their whole career with one team. Once they got to the pros, whether they made a lot of money or not, they were loyal. They were, yeah. The players today are all about chasing. I have to say this: if more players would take the philosophy of Tom Brady, which is take less money to help the team win, which is what Tom Brady did for a lot of years in New England. He took less money to make sure that he had other players around him so that they could win Super Bowls. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying that Tom Brady done it alone because he didn't. It took a whole team to win. That's why I said it the way I said it. It takes a whole team to win. It don't take one player. No matter how good Tom Brady was while he was playing, it still took 10 other players on the field with him to win those championships. Look, it actually took a full 52-man roster to win those games. It didn't take Tom Brady and just the offense because you had to have a defense and you had to have special teams in order to win a championship. Too many people like the media blew Tom Brady out of the water by saying greatest living American ever, and he's not. Plain and simple. I don't see him as the greatest living um, American. I don't see him as the greatest player ever. What I seen was a great team put together with a good coaching staff, good players around him, good ownership in order to get them to that place. too, so you were there, huh? Nice. Wife's laughing over paid babies. Yep, get the money and if they can get a Super Bowl ring, because you see so many players. Oh, this team. Look at Devontae Adams. Left Green Bay, went to the Raiders to try to get a Super Bowl there. Couldn't get it there, so he went to. What did he do? Go to the Jets for part of a season, and then now he's in New. Now, then he went to uh, Rams and almost made a Super Bowl. Not quite there, you know. These players nowadays, teams money, yeah, they ride the bench players hurt more than they play out. They get that goes for football and basketball. Yep. Fran Turkington, yeah. Folks are more concerned about halftime than the game. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I mean, I have mad respect for the purple people eaters in their day, and I have mad respect for the Vikings for having ownership that could get really good talent, but just could never get over the hump. Seattle Seagulls on everybody, and still their food nasty birds. Therefore, I'm rooting for. Yeah, that's the wife for you. Anywho, oh shoot, too much, too much. Um, yeah, sports. I never thought I'd spend so much time talking about sports on this channel. It's supposed to be about fishing, but sometimes sports is okay to talk about. Go Seahawks! That's who I'm rooting for. Can't stand the Patriots. Unfortunately, the media is the reason why I can't stand the Patriots. I mean, they ruined the Cowboys' image, in my opinion, and they ruined the Patriots' image, in my opinion. So, and someday they may land up ruining the Chiefs too, because the Chiefs have had so much success. But what do I know? The Chiefs are leaving Kansas City anyway, so they will no longer be the Kansas City Chiefs. In 2031, they're leaving the state of Missouri for good. Yeah, I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there. I mean, that's just one of those things. Yep, fishing is my sport too. That's why I'm out here on a day where I'm trying to catch fish and just coming up empty. I'm gonna relocate this worm again. I think it needs to be relocated to the other side of the lake, and I can't cast that far. My bad. So now I have to find a new team to root for. Now that Kansas City's moving from Kansas City, Missouri, I have to find a new team. Yeah, I mean, I am fishing a lot closer. I'm not casting as far out for sure. I'm definitely trying to figure out where these fish are. I know I seen one fish rise way out there, way earlier today, and one fish like right off the bank. I have no clue. After they said they were moving, I just I couldn't bear to listen to it. So if you guys know where they're moving to, don't tell me. I don't care. If they're no longer going to be in Missouri, I don't care. Eventually, I'll find out. It's just kind of like, yeah, 2031. They're supposed to be moving, and so I'm just like, I'm disappointed. I'm sad. I got to find a new team, and no, it's not going to be Green Bay. Sorry. The wife's like, Green Bay. I'm like, nope, not going to happen. Man. That'd be something. That would be something. Kansas City and the Bears. Well, the Bears almost made it to the Super Bowl this year, though. I mean, they had a really good year. They had a really good year. I think next year they're going to be even better. They may be going to the Super Bowl next year. Yeah, they could have beaten the Rams. I mean, just like the Rams could have beaten the Seahawks. I mean, those games were pretty good. Oh yeah. Unhooking it, untangling it a lot. Them go. Yeah, that sounds like a mess. Yep, them. Yep. I can't root for the Patriots. I'm sorry, you guys. The media just ruined the Patriots for me. I didn't have a problem with them winning championships and stuff like that, but then the media just, yeah, they ruined the Cowboys and the Patriots for me. I just can't root for either team. A flock of geese. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I've caught a grand total of 4 ducks in my lifetime fishing. A grand total of 4 ducks while fishing. Yeah, you want to talk about a pain to reel in? Uh, yeah, not fun. Not fun. Very, very hard. I've caught in 3 of them on the river and one at Walton Lake. Not happy when I hook a duck. Not happy at all. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does happen. I mean, I luckily for me, I landed 3 of the 4 ducks, so I got my gear back, and the duck wasn't flying around with the gear on him. But one of them did get away with my gear, and I felt bad for the duck. It's not fun hooking a duck. It's a lot of work. I've not hooked a seagull. Hopefully, I never do. But I've not hooked a seagull before. I've hooked what they call mud ducks. I've hooked 2 mud ducks, one black and white duck. I don't even know what it was called. And then I hooked one mallard. Or I don't know if it was a mallard or a teal duck or what, but it looked like a mallard, but it had the wrong color. It had to be a mallard. So, because I know there's a mallard and then there's another one very similar to a mallard, but it has a different color. I have no clue what it was called. It looks like a mallard, but it wasn't a mallard. I know what a mallard looks like. So, yeah, way it goes. excuse, excuse me. Do you have a gotcha, that's fun. Yeah, that's cool. oh, where have all the fishes gone? Oh, where have they gone? Uh, that is funny. I like that. Yep, 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 and yep. Yep or pepper. I'm glad you guys are dedicated watchers of the YouTube channel. To be able to sit here and be entertained and not catch a fish is there's Mo. Finally she shows up. Way to go, Mo. Mo Styles in the house. Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to show up, Mo. So here's the dire question for you, Mo. Okay? Who is going to win the Super Bowl, the Seahawks or the Patriots? That's your dire question. We need an answer. Don't let us down, Mo. I know it's supposed to say excuse me, but it still is funny. Tyson Jackson. No, no. I ask you who's going to win, the Patriots or the Seahawks. You got you either pick the Birds or the Patriots, whichever be the case. Yeah, I'm sorry you missed this on Thursday. On Thursday, it was. I know they both wear them, but which one is what I'm trying to figure out. You're going to go to the chalkboard teacher and write X goose 100 times. LOL is right. Oh, David, you're too much, buddy. Too much. And Mo's just like, tights and jock straps, tights and jock straps. Oh, man. You want to talk about fun. You guys are too much. Well, there's no such thing as too much fun, so you guys are just fun. Something says Patriots. Okay, so Mo's picking the Patriots. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But it's still tights and jock straps, right, Mo? Gotcha. My wife's probably picking the jock straps and tights too. You must be speaking to the speaker again, David, because he says, "Bad girl, bad girl's what you gonna do." Oh, shoot. Yeah, we know you meant bad, but you might be speaking into the speaker again, David. Ew. Oh my goodness. Oh, you must be speaking into the speaker again, David. Oh, well, too much. Oh, too much. Woo. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Well, the Seahawks are the underdogs, not the Patriots. Yeah, yeah, I'm chuckling pretty good about that. Oh, that's just yeah. And that can be a possibility for sure. I mean, they can say all they want that games aren't rigged at times, but you gotta know that some of those. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, the way things happen, some of those games have to be rigged. For sure. I can only imagine that some of them are rigged. I know that team. I know that owners, if they're having a bad season, will have their coach tank a season. If that's very true. If they're just not having a very good season, and they want to build their team through the draft, they'll have their coaches tank a season just because they're not doing any good. Yep, yep, and all the ways of the gambling is too. So true, so true, for sure. So true. So very true, y'all. I agree with you on that, Mo. Some teams are. I mean, look at the Detroit Lions. I mean, dang, so many terrible teams. They have like one really good season and then terrible the rest of the time, and then they have a really good team year and then they're terrible, and then this time they finally had back to back good years and then terrible again. The Detroit Lions just have the worst luck of them all. I mean, really, the absolute worst luck of them all. Alex, what's going on, man? They everybody thought they were going to the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden they just yeah. That's exactly what happened with the Lions. They if that ain't rigged, I don't know what is. It's kind of like the Bad News Browns, you know? They can't ever keep it together. They'll have a really good season, and then next thing you know, they're back to being 1-2 win seasons, you know? Or average win season. They can never get over the hump. I know, right? Crazy how they do that. A lot of people out here. A lot of people out here. Yeah, the halftimes and commercials just aren't what they used to be. They used to be good. It's not as good as they used to be. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Instead of putting paid professionals at halftime, why not have average people in there being legit? Why not? It's not going to be worse than what they've been. Just my thoughts. Yeah, a lot of people used to love them just for the commercials. For sure. Just everything's been so freaking. And look, these people are paying millions of dollars to put a 30-second commercial in the Super Bowl just for it to flop. Just for it to flop, y'all. Cursive, I mean, however you say your name. How you doing? Glad you could join us today. We're glad everybody joins us. For sure, for sure. Boy, I've tried every which way and every different bait that I can with no success, y'all. No success. Bites, but no landed fish. I guess my catching cook's gonna have to wait for another weekend, I guess, huh? Spent all that money on groceries just not to be able to eat them. That's okay. I eat them throughout the week or something. I don't know how I don't know that would stay on the hook too well. Man, I thought Justin was gonna be out here today. I don't know what happened to Justin. I know he said his boy was sick, so I can understand him not coming out if his boy was sick. That makes perfect sense. Brucey and Lucy, let's do it. Let's make this last hour of fishing worth it, man. Brucey and Lucy. Chop it up and mix it in a dough bait, huh? AJ, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us. Always good to see people coming in, joining the chat. So I'd still like to give Justin a shout out, even though he never made it out here. So I think I'll relocate the dough bait to another area. Can't hurt nothing. I'm still thinking maybe my leader's not long enough. I mean, dough bait going back out. I'm thinking maybe I'll the take the worm and bobber off or take the worm off the bobber and throw a worm on the bottom again and see if that works. I mean, why not? How's it going, Tom? Glad you could join us. So yeah, I think I'll do that. It ain't gonna hurt nothing because the worm and bobber ain't working, so might as well try it. I'm going out on the bottom, y'all. Hit the bottom. Baiting and waiting, waiting and baiting. Well, did you guys survive the fall? I hope so. You guys had a great fall. Sorry about that. I think that's just the wind. This was like, ooh, got knock over that tripod with the phone on it. I think that's what I wanted to do. So we'll put you back, see what happens. Okay, try that again. Let's see here. How's that? Better? I hope so. Real life, what's going on, man? What is going on? Okay, let's see here. Who do we miss? Who we miss? Fried, baked, and barbecued, huh? Back spell check. Okay. Ethel. Get Lucy out. Ew. Ouch. That hurt. Did you fall? Did you fall with the phone, dear? Wind just picked up while I was busy and decided to knock you guys over. You hate that rock too. I'm okay, but is the rock? Are you guys okay? All we can do is keep on fishing, y'all. I mean, what else we're gonna do? Even if they're not biting, all we can do is keep fishing. I mean, that's about all you can do at this point. Trout fishing and trout fishing and trout fishing. More trout fishing. Big old goose egg so far, yep. I dislike goose eggs for this reason, but I like them to eat. They're not bad eating, goose eggs, but when you're fishing, goose eggs aren't the best, you know? Not the best. People expect to see fish, not goose eggs, when you're fishing. Real life, man, do you ever get goose eggs while you're fishing? A big old fat zero? I think every fisherman's got that once in a while. I know I've gotten a few goose eggs this year. Not as many as I probably should have, but I've gotten a few. Somebody's like, who in the heck is Tom Petty? I mean, yeah, but I don't remember him in the Super Bowl halftime. I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure he was, but doesn't mean I remember him being in there. Let's get on down the road to somewhere. I got to go. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. Right? uh, I know my good buddy Alex isn't a big fan of Tom Petty. He's okay with him, but he's not a big fan of him. Oh, okay, okay. I guess I didn't watch it that year. You guys are awesome for joining us on this live stream of big fat guarantees of nothingness. Somewhere I gotta go. Wasquy Wabbit. Oh, shoot. Is Bad Bunny going to be at the halftime this year? Outdoors with Skeeter, what's going on, man? If you're looking for fish catching today, it's not happening so far. We got a big old fat goose egg. Big old zip zilch and nada. Yeah, free falling. Yep, that's one of the songs. But I like, get on down the road to somewhere. I gotta go. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me. My bad, my bad. I just get a little wound up sometimes. Yep, yep, yep. I don't know if he sang that one. And there's something about get to the point, let's roll another joint. Of course, I cannot condone the use of marijuana on this program show. Okay? But that was part of that song. Anyways, real life. Are you still there? Who you got winning the Super Bowl this year? How about you, Outdoors? With Skeeter? How about you, Paul? Who you guys got? Yeah, you can have my autograph, but I don't think I can sing. If you want my autograph, I can sign a piece of paper. You know, no biggie there. I don't mind signing autographs. I just don't know that I'm that. I don't know that I'm famous enough to sign autographs. But if you want it, I can. Yeah, you know, no biggie there. The wife is still in the chat. I know my wife would love to have my autograph too, but she can't have it. You want to know why she can't have my autograph? It's because we live in the same house. So if she's expecting an autograph, she's not getting it. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Show up. You had a brain fart on a song, huh? Free, free falling. Now that song's stuck in my head. It's going woo, 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 like a turning wheel. Like that little gerbil that goes around and around in a turning wheel in his cage. Well, now that song, so I'm free, free falling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She may or may not need it. She may or may not need it. Happens to you often, yeah. Uh, I like this song better. Okay, check this out. This is a G-Man original right here, all right? I just got to get music put to it. So, all right? It may not sound good, and it may break your eardrums, but it's an original. After I read some comments. There you go. You remembered who he was. Maybe not. Watch, just listen. Nadia Comaneci, Norman Reedus, and Chris Cooper are my autographs. Yeah. Well, you don't need my autographs, you know. Anywho, you guys ready for an original G-Man original song? Huh? I need at least one yes in the comments, and I will do a G-Man original song just for you guys right here on the live stream. Please, please no yeses. Please no yeses. Just joking. Darn it, I knew Mo was going to do that. Oh. Mo, I said all I needed was one, and you gave me 3 yeses. What the heck? I'm surprised the wife didn't say yes as well. Whew. What? All right. You guys ready? Now, it's only one verse because that's all it needs to be is one verse. Okay? What? Even David? What the heck? Now it's gotta happen as the wife says, yes. What? Even Paul? What the heck? I'm gonna do the Alex. What the? You guys ready? All right. It's G-Man fishing every day, chasing those scales and fins, looking for the next bite. G-Man fishing, catch them, kiss them, and release them. Yeah. There you guys go. Original. Gotcha. There you guys go. Original. See, someday that's going to be the entrance theme song to all my videos. But being that I'm not a musical, I mean, I do play the guitar and a little bit of drum, but I don't know how to write the music, you know? So, but it's an original. You see, the reason why I chose the style that I chose was because it's upbeat tempo. I'm okay with the slow beat stuff, but I like upbeat and tempo. See, so that's why it's the way it is. So it's got, to me, it's got to be upbeat tempo. See, I could slow it down for you. Go. It's G-Man fishing every day, chasing those scales and fins, looking for the next bite. G-Man fishing, catch them, kiss them, and release them. See, I could slow it down, but rap it in. Yes, I love it, Dave. Rap it in tempo. Yeah, let's go. David, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. Let's go. So if I can ever get music put to it, it'll be the entrance. It'll be the entrance to every one of the videos. So, you guys got any ideas? Let me know. Yeah, that's what I mean, music. Because I got the lyrics, I just don't have the music. So, I'm actually thinking about hitting up Fishy Things because he does do music. That's right, David. I like your style. For sure. But yeah, someday it should be the interest theme song to all my videos. So, yep. Thank you. I won't quit my day job, but thank you. Oh, you guys rock. I like it. I could do that, but probably not going to happen. Well, there's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, he dropped it. No. He dropped it. Oh, there we go. Fish on, you guys. Fish on. Fish on, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. We got one. We got one. Oh, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Uh-huh. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. We got a fish, yeah. We got a fish, yeah. We got a fish, yeah. Let's go, you guys, let's go. We got a fish, we got a fish. That's a solid one, too. That's a solid one. You guys, we got a solid one. We got a solid one, you guys. Check that fish out, you guys. We got a solid one. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What a beautiful specimen of the fish species. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. All day. All day. All day for a beautiful 15-inch rainbow trout, you guys. Check it out. Let's go. That fish is ice cold too. We're going to keep him. You guys want to see a catch and cook? I need 3 yeses in the comments below, and I will go get my cooking stuff, and I will cook you all a fish. Because this is big enough to feed me the way I want to cook it. I saw a 15-inch fish. Give me 3 yeses, and I will cook it up. I will cook it up in a heartbeat. I will fillet him, cut him up, and serve him up. So you guys want to see me eat this fish? Say yeah! He's going to be kept anyways because he swallowed everything. And there ain't no way I'm getting that back unless I kill him. So, all right, catch and cook it is. We got 2 yeses. One more yes, please. One more yes, please, and I will cook him up. Right here. All right, we're cooking a fish, y'all. We are cooking us up a nice trout. Hey guys, let's go. And I knew I was going to get that 3rd yes because of Mo. She would have put 5 yeses if I would have said 5 yeses. If I would have said 100 yeses, she would have put 100 yeses. Now, if I could get the hook out of and put him out of his misery. But, hey, we're going to be a fish, y'all. Come on, get out of there, hook. Oh, well, I'll get it back when I clean him. All right. We're going to cook him. We're going to take it, guys, and we're going to go clean him. And we're going to go cook him up by the truck. So we're just going to pack everything up. And this is going to be the ending of this video. Us cooking this fish for you guys. So we'll pack everything up. We'll take you guys up to the truck. You guys ready for this? Let's do it. I'm going to put him out of his misery off camera. Because YouTube likes to get mad at people, so. And then we'll go up to the truck, we'll cook it up there instead of doing it down here. Just because it's easier to do it up there. Yes, sir. We got a fish, y'all. And And that's going to be the only fish of the day, it looks like, because we're going to go up there and we're going to clean him. And we're going to clean him down here. Well, no, let's just clean him up there, and then after we're done cooking and everything, we can bring all this stuff down here and just toss it out there in the water. Okay? All right. Reel this other rod in. And we got hung up and broke this one. So that's okay though. We're gonna go cook a fish, y'all. Yep, patience, y'all. Patience wins the day. We'll re-rig these hooks and everything up later. We're gonna go get this fish taken care of and cooked up for you guys. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. All day for one fish to catch and cook. Heck yeah. Whoops. Oh. I would like to cook it down here, but I just know I'm not going to be able to do it down here because I got all that stuff up there in the car, up in the truck. So we're just going to go up to the truck and do it up there. Clean him and cook him up there. You guys, let me make some adjustments on my tripod here and make it easier on me for going up to the truck. All right, let's go. I ain't never cooked trout this way before. It'll be the first time ever. Oh yeah. I need to get my bag properly around. Okay, and that'll make it hopefully easier to pack all this stuff. Well, I mess up my lines and everything, but that's okay. We got a fish for the catch and cook. This may go down as the greatest catch and cook of G-Man's entire live streaming career. Or not. Whichever be the case. Let's go. Let's go. Catch and cook, baby. Yeah. And there's the truck right there. All right, you guys, we're chill track. Got all this stuff down. So I can get ready. Whew. What a workout. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just getting things ready. So I'm not trying to ignore you guys, but I got things I gotta do. So I can do this catch and go. Okay. Water. Gotta have my little bit of water. Okay. All right, you guys. We're gonna point you guys that way and I'm gonna raise you more again so you guys can see what we're doing. Woo. You want to talk about a workout? Okay. Get up here. Sorry, my home away from home is a mess. It needs to be cleaned, but it is what it is. Okay, got the grocery bag, got all my stuff in it. Wipe out my pan real quick. We'll put these in my pocket. My pan gets all dusty from sitting in the truck, you guys. And so I gotta wipe it out and stuff like that. That way it's not so bad. But we're gonna do this up and hopefully we're gonna do it some justice because this is the first time I've ever done this way, and I think it'll add flavor to it as well. Okay, now my pan looks better. All right. All right. Get the cook stove out. Propane. Gotta have that. Put that back in there. All right. Catch and cook, baby. Yeah. Put that over there. Ah, my little burner come off. There, burner back on. The other burner's tight on there. Okay. All right. This is what we're going to use to cut the fish on. Just because it's trash and I can throw it away. So I'm using a cutting board. Actually, I'm just going to use a plate to cut it on instead. Okay, I got a plate here. Actually, that plate's too small, so we're going to have to use the paper, which is fine. We'll just throw it away. Okay. Fish on the plate, on the pepper. I know YouTube don't like blood, but whatever. YouTube's just going to have to deal with it. It is a catch and cook, and, you know, a little blood is going to happen. Let's look at some comments real quick. Husky, Sniper, what's going on? David, Patience, yeah. Let's go. Fishing like a rat. Yeah. Cool. Let's go. All right. Let's fillet this fish up real quick. We're gonna go down one side. Hey, you're supposed to be dead. I bunked you over the head like with a huge rock. Fish. One fillet down. Just gonna fillet it off the bones real quick. Okay, go down the other side just the same way, keeping it on the backbone so you don't waste any meat. Down to the tail. Clean fish. All right, get that out the way for now. Then we're going to take the skin off too, you guys. We're going to take the skin off. And we're going to take the bones off too. The rib bones. And the rib bones are just very little. Well, we can do that after we flay, get it off the skin. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take and go all the way down to the skin. All the way down. And go one way. There's that piece. Flip it around, take the end off, take the meat off the other side. Sharp knife does wonders for flaying. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. Go all the way down. And follow it all the way. Taking it off, getting as much meat off as possible. Do the exact same thing. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. There you go. Filleted fish. Take out them rib bones like that. Just like that. Take those rib bones out. Just like that. See, the tail part's not going to have any rib bones in it. So you ain't got to worry about rib bones in the tail. Just up towards the top of the head. Do the exact same thing. All right. Now, here comes the tricky part of this whole mess. Because of the way I'm going to cook it. Let's get some water. Got some water. And then we're just going to rinse these off real good and put them on that plate. Rinse off all the fillets. One fillet clean. Two fillets clean. Hopefully gonna be clean. All right, you guys, let's go. Let's get it. All right, we're gonna save the rest of that water for drinking. Now that we got a little wetness on there, because that'll help us out with our ingredients, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna chop this up. Don't have to be super small pieces, just gonna cut it up. We're gonna make like a burger out of this. A trout burger. Trout patty burger. You guys, we got buns and everything. Man, Justin's missing out on this. Of course, there wouldn't have been much here, but nonetheless, he's missing out. Because this is what I was gonna do for him and his boys. But I don't know that I got enough fish for four of us. But he missed out, so it is what it is. And remember, guys, if you guys missed the live stream edition of this, I will be posting it on the YouTube channel in a long form video, so at some point. So I think I'm going to get 2 nice burgers out of this fish. I think maybe a third, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to do all this quick because we're going to lose daylight soon enough. All right. It's all chopped up. What time is it? Oh, yeah. We got plenty of time. We got some Hawaiian buns. We're going to make some trout patties here. Now, the one ingredient I forgot at home was an egg. I forgot to grab an egg this morning. I wasn't going to buy a carton of eggs. Then our seasoning is going to be some good old-fashioned Idaho potatoes. I think that's going to give it a nice to that meat. So that's why we're using that. And then the piece de la resistance. Probably not, but I'm going to say it anyways. We're going to cook it in some good old-fashioned butter with olive oil and sea salt in it to add a little more flavor, you guys. Okay? I should have, yep, got my tongs right here. We're going to go ahead and get this started and throw some butter in there and get it heated up, and then we're going to mix up that herb and garlic and stuff on there. There we go. Get that on there. Open up this lovely package of butter. Yeah, come on, open up. Normally I would fry it in Crisco oil, but today I was feeling like butter would be the trick, you guys. So we're gonna get some of this butter right here, and we're gonna throw it in the pan and get it heating up so that we can cook it. All right, that should be enough butter. See, we're gonna spread that around like that, get it nice and melted, you guys. And then we're gonna add some urban butter to that. Idaho spuds. I think it'll make a good little combination. And the meat's already see, and it may not stick together because we don't have the eggs. Because the eggs was supposed to be a major component to this whole dish, and so it looks like we're not even going to be able to make a patty out of it because we don't have enough moisture to keep it all together. But we'll add some more of that to it, and we'll just fry it up like a fried fish, y'all. And then we'll still put it on the buns. Okay? How about that? Okay, we're gonna move you guys over here. Boy, I can smell that herb and garlic, y'all. I can smell it. How in the heck did that come open? All right, you guys. Let's put this knife underneath here like this. Kind of even that out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna add the fish to. We're gonna add the fish to the butter now. I think that's gonna add a nice little flavor to the potatoes. That's why I decided to do it this way, because I thought it'd add a nice little flavor to the fish. But I had to have a lot of breading and stuff like that. So I do have salt and pepper, so I might add some pepper to this. It's already got plenty of salt in it, you guys. There we go. We really didn't need to add all that stuff to it, but we did. We did. I'm cooking, so it's my call. I do what I want when I'm cooking. And I think that's going to be a delicious trout sandwich, y'all. A delicious trout sandwich. We caught it, we cooked it, we're gonna eat it. Getting nice and brown. Check that out, y'all. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. So hopefully it's gonna dish for y'all. The only thing about cooking fish this way is you don't have enough oil to cover the whole fish, you know. And it's going to take a minute to cook these fish, especially with all this wind. Let me see what I got in my bag of tricks. Oh yeah. I'm gonna add some more butter to it because I feel like it needs more. Not that it probably does, but I'm just gonna add some more just because I feel like we don't have enough on there. So this is our seasoning, y'all. Just some butter and herb, potatoes. That's what we're using to season up our fish, y'all. And it should turn. You don't need all that. You don't need a whole lot of seasoning on fish. You just gotta have enough, y'all. See, if I would have thought that that wasn't gonna stick on there, I would have cut it. If I thought it wasn't gonna stay in a patty form, I would have cooked them in fillets instead of chopping them up. But I chopped them up because I thought it was gonna stay in a patty form. I just forgot the eggs, which would have helped keep it in that. And this fish is getting done here, y'all. Nice and little golden brown, y'all. Nice little combination of thank you. I'm glad you're getting hungry. You need to be getting hungry. More butter. More butter, y'all. More butter. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is about done, y'all. We're getting ready to pull this off. Oh yeah, this is about done, y'all. We're getting ready to pull this off and put it on some buns. We're gonna put buns on here too. See, we got more plates back here. We're gonna put them on the we're gonna put them on the plate, and then we're gonna toast our buns, y'all. Woohoo! Let's go. Let's go. My plate just about flew off. Y'all. Won't fly off this time. Woohoo, look at that. Is that beautiful? Is that beautiful, y'all? I think that's beautiful. Woohoo! Let's go. Let's try a little piece of this. See if it's done. Not quite done yet. Not quite done. I can see that by touching it. Texture. It ain't quite done. It's getting there though. It's getting there. How you guys doing? Are you guys just spinning or are you guys there? Mm-hmm. Cook time, cook time, cook time. Yes, sir. All right. We're turning off this and we're going to take this out, put it on the plate, and then we're going to toast our buns, y'all. Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Boy, that tastes good too. Mm. I like that. I like that. You guys are licking your chops at my food. Mm-hmm. You guys better be licking your chops. I don't spend all this time catching and cooking fish for you guys not to be licking your chops. All right, take that off. And then we'll get some buns on there. All right, let's get some buns on there. Get them toasted up. I'm only going to do 2 buns because I'm only going to have 2 sandwiches, I guess. There we go, toasting up the buns. Getting them ready for some good eats, y'all. Fish is on the plate, buns are on the pan. We ain't even gonna put no butter on the bread because it's gonna have all that flavoring from the gonna have all that flavoring from the pan on there, so we don't need to. Like that. Get on that plane, get out here and get you some food, man. Yeah. Let's get it. Only down to 2 watches. No. Where's all the other watches? Starting to sprinkle a little bit, get a little wet out here. And we don't need them super toasted. We just gonna toast them a little bit. See, that's toasted enough. We don't need it any more toasted than that, y'all. All right, let's add these delicious fillets to the buns in question. Put these buns right here on the plate here. Look at that, look at that. All right, we're gonna put you guys up like this. And we're gonna switch you around to where you're looking at this. Yours truly. All right, let's put this fish on here. Ooh, it's like I always told my son-in-law when he was alive, if you come to my house and you leave hungry, it's your own fault. What I always told him when he was alive. You come to my house, you leave hungry, that's your own fault. Because I know a thing or two about cooking. I may not know a lot, but I know a thing or two about cooking. And I'm telling you, check that out. Finger licking good, y'all. Yeah, I will steal the original. I will steal. What do you call it? The that guy from um what do you call that? The KFC's finger licking good. Oh yeah, wives generally do like when they man cooks for sure. All right, y'all. The moment of truth is here. Check that out, you guys. Ooh-wee. Finger licking good, y'all. Mmm. Mm. Mm. Ooh, that's even got a little crisp to it. Mmm. Y'all. That potato browned up nicely and gave it a little crunch, which is what I was hoping. But I was hoping it's gonna stay together more like a patty. I'm sorry, you guys. I forgot to do something, y'all. Let's bless the food, please. I'm sorry. I forgot to. Let's bless the food. Dear Heavenly Father, once again, we thank you for the opportunity to enjoy your wildlife, your beauty, your bounty that you set before us each and every day, land. We just give you the praise, honor, and glory. And we pray for this nation and the state of mind that it's in. We pray for the Olympics and the Super Bowl that's about to happen. We pray for our friends and our families and all across the world. Our neighbors, which are over in Iraq and China and Japan and Russia. We just lift all these people up to you, Lord. And we pray that you'll bless this food. Let it be a good nourishment to our bodies. And just give us strength to face another day. In your son Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Don't get much better than that. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. You want to talk about, man, that's some good eats. Mm. Mm. Woo, that's some good eats. We're going to finish this one on camera. We're going to finish the other one off camera so I can do a short video and get a photo of it for folks. That way, you know, I can put it out and say, hey, look what's coming for those who didn't watch the live stream. You know? Mm-mm-mm. Boy, I'm telling you, that's good stuff. Mm. Why didn't I think about cooking a trout like this before? You guys, thank you for congratulating me. Why didn't I cook a trout like this before? So simple, but so tasty. Yeah. Mm. You want to talk about a delicious sandwich? I wish I would have brought the egg, though. I think I could have made it stick together more like a patty, like I wanted it to. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate your confidence, man. I really do. Mm. Man, I'm glad to be alive. Mm. A little water, wash it down. Mm. Let's go. Where's Mo? Did she leave? She hadn't said nothing for a while. Thank you for rooting for me and Red. Yep, no terrorism for sure. Mo, are you still there? Are you still there, Mo? You missed out on some good eats. Y'all, in YouTube land, that was a beautiful sandwich, y'all. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us, and I appreciate you guys' time. And I know it took us all day to get one fish for a catch and cook, but we did it. We did it each and every day. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Lord. We did it. So, y'all, you know what I'm going to say. Remember to catch, kiss, and release the fish once in a while. It ensures a future fishery for all. Till next time. Yep, got one. Till next time, this is G-Man Fishing, and we are out.